Today we're going to be replacing a piece of broken back glass on my iPhone 5S here. I'm just going to get it out of the case. And actually this is an OtterBox Defender case, so I was pretty surprised when this problem happened. I had opened this guy up recently to clean him out, and I noticed that it had incurred some damage at some point. So I just extract him out of the case, and I will show you what I'm talking about. So let me take this guy off, and we can see right down here that at some point in a fall, this bottom piece of glass got cracked. Not too bad of a repair, pretty low tech, but something that I thought people would appreciate. All right, you can go on eBay and get a replacement piece of glass for this. It costs you about $2, looks like this. Actually, what I ended up doing is was cheaper just to get the set, and so I ended up with an extra piece for the future, which is a little bit harder to do, which is the camera piece on top. If you do get the camera piece on top, you want to make sure, right, either of these, you want to make sure you're getting 3M adhesive already stuck to the back. Makes it go a little easier, right? So, but again, we're doing this bottom piece. So the first thing we're going to do is, just to make it a little bit easier with this glass being all cracked up, I'm going to put some tape on it, try and keep it held together as we remove it. It's not too bad over here, but put a little bit over there too. Again, I've never done this repair personally, so you guys can learn ahead with me, but it's pretty intuitive. This is stuck on, so what we're going to do, I'm going to use a heat gun, but you could use a hair dryer, I'm sure, on a pretty high setting, and we're going to heat this up so that we can get the adhesive that's holding this on the bottom to loosen up a bit, and then we're going to come in with a sharp edge bladed tool. I'm going to use this X-Acto knife, and we're going to try to prise the glass off from the adhesive. So, you don't need a lot of air, but you do need to get it fairly warm. I use my hand as a gauge here, right? Don't get it too hot, but you want to get it softened up. So the tape also can be a safety thing too. As it starts to melt, you probably have got it hot enough to try. I'm just going to go a little bit further here. And then we're going to give a try at removing the glass on the edge. It's embedded right at the edge here. It's level with the metal. And what you're just going to try and find is an edge that you can get the tool to go under, and then you'll be able to work it up from there. That's the hard part, is finding an edge that you can actually get in. Might have to hunt around. I might just come in from the side here. It's already cracked a little bit, and see if I can just get the tool to get under here. If not, and if it's very cracked like this, you might just have to chip it all out. That's probably what I'm going to have to do, because every time I try to get under here, it's just chipping apart on me. So, all right, a little bit change of plans here. We'll just chip it all out. It is heated up, so it is going to come off easier than if it was not. This way we get all the loose pieces off. It's a lot easier to do this bottom piece than the top piece, because you're not going to have any wiring down here, any ribbon cables or anything, because you don't have the camera or anything like that. So it's just a matter of getting it removed. Alright, so got the looser pieces off. Just going to try and keep this tape with all this glass off to the side here. All right, let's give it a little bit more heat. keep the tape on it because these pieces of glass can fly out and get you in the eye, and I am wearing eye protection. I recommend anybody doing this repair do the same thing. And this is basically what you're going to have to do. It's not going to take a long time, but you do have to have some patience. You're going to chip all these little pieces of glass loose from the adhesive until you have all the glass removed. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pause the video for a minute while I continue what you see me doing right here, and we get a little bit further along, and I'm hoping that I can get some of these larger pieces off at the edge to come loose without having them all chip away like that. And we'll come back in just a minute. You can see I'm just about done here. I'm going through and taking a piece of tape, and I'm just going through the piece that looks done and making sure that I've gotten all the little pieces of glass that might be stuck in the grooves and such out. But this area here, you know, we've got all cleared up. There's a few small component areas here that I've just been checking for any residual, so you can see there's a little piece I missed right there. And again, I always use the tape. You know, if anything else, it's a good safety thing as well as a way to make it a little cleaner. Because any little pieces that you chip off won't fly up in your face. All right, so we've got this just a little bit over here, just this corner. And again, unfortunately, the whole thing kind of shattered, so was not able to get it off nice and easy. I'm going to give it a little bit more heat here. And again, as soon as the tape starts to melt, it should be good enough. And then I'm just going to keep working the tool like I've been doing under here. You can see it just kind of, eventually, if you get it underneath, it lets go. Unfortunately, you know, it's all breaking. That's making it a little bit more of a messy job than I wanted. But that's what I did on the pieces when we paused the video. And this is what I'm doing right now is kind of what you missed. Is whole sections of this just lift off with the tape. And then we got just this one little piece right here. See if we can get it off without having to get the heat gun back out again. Just stay right along the edge of the metal and just kind of work it up. Didn't want to stick to the tape for some reason, but he is loosened off. There he goes. All right. Now we've got all the big pieces off. There's a few small pieces of adhesive left. It's kind of like a dark colored material right there. See, that's the residual of the original adhesive. There's a little piece of glass right there. We're just going to go around and make sure that we have gotten all of that off of the edge, so we have a nice good seal, and we're ready to put the new one on. This whole thing, even going slow and carefully, there's a little piece that kind of got lodged inside there that I didn't even notice. Shouldn't take you more than 15 minutes, 20 tops. It's really an easy repair. It doesn't require anything more complicated than a hair dryer. You can use a screwdriver in lieu of what I'm doing here. If you don't have an X-Acto knife, a really small screwdriver. If you're super, super careful, you might be able to get away with a razor blade. And just be super careful. And again, the most important thing, make sure you wear eye protection in case any of these little pieces were to shoot off. All right, we are done. We're ready to put the new piece on. I'm just going to give it one more, because again, any little pieces of glass in here, in these little crevices, might make it not seat down properly, and just be ruining the part. I don't want to have to go get another one. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some 91% isopropyl alcohol, and I'm just going to get rid of any places where I might have touched, so the adhesive can make a really good fit, seal, what have you. All right, so the way this guy works is just like a sticker, right? We just need to pull the backing off. In some cases this can be a chore in itself to get the backing off of these things. Super thin. There we go. Okay, and then we just situate it inside the crevice that we just cleared out. Press it down. I don't know if I mentioned in the beginning of the video, right before you do any of this, you should take a backup on iTunes. You never know if something goes wrong. It's good to have that backup so you can get back. And of course, the whole time I was doing this with the phone getting heated up, I had it powered down, and now I've powered it back up right before I started the video again, and making sure that we are good to go. So, simple repair. If you end up doing this side, it's a little bit harder because right under here is going to be a ribbon cable, and then there's going to be a connection to the camera here. So you'll be able to go pretty much over this far like we did on the bottom, and then you got to be a lot more careful if you're doing the top. The other thing you're going to need to salvage is the camera piece here is a little rubber gasket that you'll need to salvage and put back in here. And there's a couple of little pins that stick out here. I don't know if you can see them, that help hold and align that. One's kind of covered up here with the sticker cover, but there's two little pins here that would line up if you're doing the top. And that's it. I hope this video helps you out. A little bit of something different than vehicles for a change. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if it helped you.